This is Twit.
Usually on Before You Buy, we show you products you can buy, but this is really before you buy, before you can buy. But I thought a very interesting technology. We've got Paul Yost here. He's chief of R&D at a company called YEI Technology. Hi, Paul. Nice to see you.
Nice to meet you.
We've seen the Oculus Rift. We've seen virtual reality environments before. You came to town. You're going to go to JPL and show this to NASA. You're also going to be here for the Game Developers Conference and show this to game developers.
Right.
What is this technology?
Essentially what we have here with PrioVR is a full-body motion capture suit that allows you to very accurately, very precisely, and with very low latency take the motions of a player or user, if it's a serious application, and get them into either a game or a simulation to be used.
Cool. So it's not a headset where I would see, you're going to be looking at a screen here, but it is motion capture, which is interesting. You know, I know a little about a motion capture. I was a motion capture character on MSNBC, won an Emmy for it back in 1997, and I had to wear a suit with sensors all over it. We had a Silicon Graphics Onyx computer, $1 million computer, receiving the sensors. It broke all the time. In fact, that guy right there, Karsten Bondy, who produced this segment, you rotated my hair, right, Karsten? I think that was his, he was responsible for my hair. So this has kind of gotten into the consumer grade, basically, the point where it's affordable, is that right?
Essentially what we're looking to do is take that professional quality motion capture experience and put it in the hands of everyday users so they can have that kind of experience at home. So, and what it does for us is allows you to play games in a totally different way or have experiences in a totally different way than rather than being constrained by a game controller with a finite number of options. Essentially, you can do whatever you want in those environments.
So Chris, he's the guinea pig. Hi, Chris. Are you a developer at YEI, with YEI? Or?
Yes,
yeah.
yes, I am.
So he's wearing the suit, and I see he's got sensors on his knee, sensors on his thigh. He's got a chest unit, which I presume is gathering the information. Is
Correct.
that right? Sensors on his biceps. You've got sensors on your wrists. You're holding sensors. There's even a head strap. What is that sensing?
The head strap is sensing the head motion. And one of the things, you mentioned the Oculus earlier, that we are compatible with head-mounted display systems.
So you
like
could have an Oculus on, and then, wow.
And when we go to do the demo,
immersive.
when we go to do the demo, we have an Oculus down there, and we're going to have you try that.
Oh, you're kidding? You want to make me throw up? Is that the goal here?
That's the idea.
Paul, that's exciting. This will be a first. How much are we talking, though? I mean, you know, as I said, when I was dev null, it cost more than $1 million to do it.
Okay, we have a Kickstarter underway right now. Our price point for the suit that Chris is wearing now is at $349.
Wow.
So essentially, we're providing this professional motion capture experience at $349, and we have one step above this in performance as well that adds to the shoulder articulation, foot articulation for essentially a professional quality mocap rig, and that is under $400. That's $399.
That for a controller, for a gamer, especially a controller of this complexity, that's a completely reasonable price. That's not outrageous at all. $350 or even $400. Are there any, is there an API, an SDK? Are there games that work with this? How does it work?
Essentially what we're doing on the software side of things is we're providing a set of sample games with it that will be released with the
Much like the
Kickstarter.
Oculus Rift.
Exactly.
Okay.
And we're also doing a lot of work on the back end to make it as easy as possible for developers to use this in their development process. So we have an API, we have a precompiled DLL, we have an SDK. So essentially, no matter whether you're an indie developer or using one of the major engines like Unity or UDK or CryEngine, we're making it as easy as we possibly can to get our system's data into those in an effective way.
So if it works with those engines, it sounds like it would work on both PCs and consoles, because Unity and Cryon are used on consoles too, right?
Our goal is to, we're starting with a PC with a Kickstarter. Our goal is to move into the console market or arena shortly after that. There's a little more to do since we're actually a hardware peripheral to get into the console spaces. But
this doesn't show up as a console controller. Or does it?
It potentially could, but that's something that we have to navigate going forward.
How much smarts is there? Is there a CPU in this chest case?
Interestingly, there's actually a high-performance microcontroller in every one of the sensors and another one in the chest. So all of the computation, all of the difficult heavy lifting of computing the pose of the player is done on the suit itself, which frees the host from having to do any processing other than communication.
That's one big change from when I did it, we had to have $1 million computer because you couldn't have the sensors have that much smarts, but now with microprocessor technology.
Right.
What kind of microprocessors are you using?
These are all 32-bit RISC architecture. It's actually a combination. There's a different architecture.
Are they ARM processors?
These are ARM processors, which is kind of a pun, I guess, because they're
arms on your arm.
And this is another. And this is a prototype, so the one we're using in here isn't the final one, but that's actually a 32-bit AVR with a floating point unit on the one in the chest. So.
And the operating system?
The operating system here, there's actually, bare to the metal, actually no operating system on this at all. It's all, in order to optimize it, we wrote the code directly.
It's all in hardware.
It's all in hardware.
So this is great. So this is a game you wrote to demonstrate it, right?
Correct.
Is this what you're going to show NASA?
This is what we're showing to them, and this is also what we're going to be showing at GDC.
We need to be ready for the zombie apocalypse. Even the NASA needs to prepare. The JPL needs to prepare. So he's aiming and shooting with his hands. It's kind of like a Nintendo Wii, right?
A little bit, except with our system, rather than having like the light bar at the top that, so there's no optics here at all. There's no sensors here at all. It's all in the suit itself.
So the Sony Move or the Wii both requires sensors there.
Which essentially has this limiting factor on the capture space you can have.
He's pointing it right at me. Yeah, this is good. So you can move anywhere in the living room, and you don't have to move furniture out of the way. It doesn't matter. And he squats, and he's crouching. So this is going to be some exercise for some gamers. This is fun. The whole idea of gaming is to get it more immersive. That's why the Rift is people so excited with the Rift. But the Rift by itself is just I can move my head around, right?
Right.
So the idea of having a mocap suit that gives you complete mobility, with the 9 points you've got or the more points on the bigger machine, are you able to kind of how much of the motion can you capture? It looks like he's
pretty much
leaning
essentially anything. So he can lean around trees, he can take cover, he could actually lie on the ground in the grass, prone and shoot. Pretty much whatever you want to do, it'll track.
That is pretty cool.
And so, interestingly, even again, getting away from that constraint of the controller, you can do anything you want. So if you're running away from somebody and want to shoot behind you, you can actually point the gun back over your shoulder and shoot. You could shoot under the leg, behind the back, pretty much anything that you want.
And there he swings a bat. And so it's just moving his arm in a very natural motion, kind of like the Kinect, the Wii, or the Move, but without any sensors, which is really great. Is there anything else you want to show us with this?
I want to get you in the suit and get you.
You're going to get me in it. Oh my God! All right.
We'll get you in the Oculus demo, and you can actually look down and see your hands and fight some zombies.
That sounds really nauseating. Okay. I mean, really.
There's a zombie behind you.
What? Oh, hey. This is fun. It's never been so easy to kill zombies.
And you can also, if they get too close, you can actually pistol or rifle whip them.
Can I melee them?
Yes, you can.
How do I melee them?
You swing your arms.
Just hit them, huh?
Yep.
And if you want, we could switch you to a baseball bat, which is a lot of fun too.
Yeah. So that weapon is this thing? This button?
So push that button, and then you push the stick to the left or there we go. So there you go. Oh, there's one behind you.
Oh, I can tell. Hey, where? Oh. This is fun. There's a little Dev Null coming out in this. What is that, a helicopter? Boom! Boom! Bitty, 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 bitty. I can't get around the fence. I guess I have to go around. Hey, let's come over here. Come here. Whap! 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 Hey, are you dead? Is that guy a good guy or a bad guy?
He's there to rescue you, but you can take it down if you want to.
I can?
Yes, if you switch back to one of the guns or the
I gotta tell you,
launcher.
this is a lot of fun. And because it's immersive, it's really a much more realistic experience. And one of the problems I have with, where are you going? All right, let's try a different, yeah. So I can shoot the, all right. Where's that helicopter? Hey, sneak up on him, man. Hey, helicopter, hey. Hey, did you see that there? That's my laser.
Oh, there's a zombie getting you.
What? No, stop it. Where are you? What are you doing down there? Oh, this isn't like a rocket gun. I need a better gun. Bat? That's the one? All right. Where is he? All right, let's see. I know this is really not right, but... so I have to aim this, huh?
And that one, That one you have to aim. That one you have to aim high because it actually grenades that will.
It's good. It's real. Yeah. Oops. No. Yeah. This is really, really fun. All right. Pros. It's affordable. It works great. It's a really great gaming experience. It's making me queasy, but I guess that's something you get used to, right? The price is right. Cons, you need games, and as soon as you get game developers working with this thing, I think this is going to be just huge. I am getting a little nauseous, so I'm just going to take my head off right now. That is a lot of fun. Wouldn't you love to do this, Michael? Wow. It's very realistic. You really feel like, even at 720p, you really feel like you're in. That's why I'm getting queasy. Really nice. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate it. Very exciting. If you want to participate in the Kickstarter, they're still doing it. PrioVR. Just search for that on Kickstarter.
Correct.
$350 for the basic unit. Are you selling the $400 unit on the Kickstarter?
Yes,
as well?
That's on the Kickstarter.
Right, and it has more sensors.
And we have a third tier that's the unit you're wearing now for people who are lazy and just want to sit on their couch. That we have one that's at $279.
I like the couch, no knees, right? Couch potato version. But you'd want to move around a little bit. That is awesome. Thank you very much. What a great demo. Thank you, Chris.
Oh, yeah.
Get me out of this thing before I barf.